Hey guys, how's it going? I'm excited about today's video. I've got some new things to test out. I keep buying new things and I keep telling myself I'm not going to. But this was a palette that was recommended to me by a subscriber. It's been a long time, so I can't remember who it was. I'm pretty sure it was recommended to me. I'm not 100% sure now, but this is the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette. So this is an eyeshadow palette and a face palette. It has 19 shades in it, 5 that are mattes and 14 that are shimmers, including some highlighting shades. You can find this at Ulta and it is $24. So like I said, somebody recommended this to me quite a while ago, I'm pretty sure. Thank you to whoever that was. I finally saw it in stores today and I was like, yeah, this looks like me. It's got some fun shades, but they're still pretty wearable, and most of the shades are just nice neutral tones. You've got lots of transitions with the matte shades, the perfect matte shades really, and then all these fun shimmers. I'm excited to try these highlighters. They look a little glittery for my taste, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes today. I'm very excited, so let's get into this. I did put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind, and then I just set it with some loose powder so that we could have a smooth canvas to blend these shadows on top of to see how they perform. Okay, I am so excited. I want to use as many shades as possible out of here. I'm gonna start with this matte kind of bone shade just to kind of set from the brow bone down. Our base is already set, so this isn't gonna do too much, but it did provide a little bit of pigment there. I don't know if you can really tell. Now, I think I'm gonna start with this shade Canyon right here. This just seems like a very good kind of everyday transition. Ooh, very pigmented. So I'm putting this kind of up in my high crease area where I typically like to start my transition shades. I really like this. This is nothing, you know, extraordinary or anything like that. This is kind of a standard transition shade, but I do feel like it was very pigmented and blended out really quick. That looks really good. I am going to take that shade and just kind of pat it onto the outer corner so that we start getting a little bit of shadow laid down there. I'm just placing that down, sort of a base. That's where we'll want to add some depth in with those deeper shades in a minute. I love also the size of these transition shades. Those are the shades that you're going to use the most because they can transition you into any of these other colors. So it's nice that these have bigger pan sizes so that you don't run out of them as quickly. And it's easier to dip a very large fluffy brush into there. So we're going to go into Dune next as our next kind of transition, deepening up the crease shade. Taking this on a little bit of a smaller brush, but it's still nice and fluffy. I was so excited to see this in stores and to actually try it out finally, because if you have been following me for a minute, you know that I love the Opalescent palette from BH Cosmetics. I think that palette is so fun for spring and summer. I did a video trying that out for the first time, so I'll link that down below if you want to see it. That way you can get a good look at all the shades and everything. But that palette was the first thing I think that I ever tried from BH, and I fell in love. So I was really excited to finally see this in stores and kind of fell in love with it immediately. And the quality has been really good so far, so I'm excited. Just using my original brush with no extra powder on it to just buff over the edges and make sure that everything is nice and blended. These transition shades are beautiful, blended out great. Again, nice neutral kind of tones, so you could even mix this with other palettes that you have or other, you know, single shadows, and it would give you a really good base for really any look. This part's gonna be hard because I want to go in with a shimmery shade, of course, and I love all of them, so I'm really not sure which one to do. Oh, these greens are really cool. They have like a duochrome kind of shift. Oh wow, they look so much more brown on camera, but you can see that they're definitely duochrome. Here on my fingertips, you can kind of see the difference a little better. Those are so cool. So they have like a brown base, but definitely some greens on top. It's really pretty. I could go into something like that. Or these blues are amazing. Holy cow. Ooh, let's do blue. I'm gonna start by putting Hot Springs all over kind of the inner part of my lid, just with my fingertip. Got a little chunky on my finger because I dug in so hard, but we'll just kind of press really softly. Wow. This is so pretty. Okay, so there's definitely some fallout. That was my mistake. I sort of got a lot right there, but I'll clean it up later. I don't think it's a huge deal especially when shimmer shades have a lot of fallout because they're so glittery. There's big chunks of glitter in there. What do you expect, you know? Honestly, not wearing this makeup anywhere later, so I'm just gonna put some concealer over it so we can carry on with our lives and not be so distracted by all the glitter fallout. And it's fine, whatever. Going back into Dune, our darker transition shade, just making sure that crease is nice and defined. And then our first brush with nothing on it. For sure, do your eyes first if you're going in with this palette, especially with the shimmery shades, because like I said, they are full of glitters, shimmers, all of that, so they will kind of crumble. But that is also what makes them really pigmented. You pick up a lot of product because it's softly pressed. It can crumble a little bit easier, but you get a lot of payoff on the eyes. So it's kind of up to you, you know, what's more important to you. With a glittery shade, I really like a lot of pigment, so I'd rather just do my eyes first and kind of just live with some of the fallout. Like I said, today I'm not going anywhere, so even though there's like little flecks of glitter all over my under eyes, it's not that big of a deal. We're just here playing with makeup, testing out the palette, seeing how it works. I want to take in turquoise now on more of the inner portion of the eye and see what this does. I don't know if you can tell, but this brightened the crap out of that. Wow, this blue is so pretty. Okay, let's take in Nightscape, this nice deep dark matte brown, and deepen up the outer corner here. I'm stopping up at my crease. I'm not really gonna bring it in further because I don't want to close off the eye in the center area. And I'm just using my previous brush to really gently kind of buff out those edges. I do feel like the mattes blend really well together. I don't know if this matte blended super well with the blue shade, but it wasn't bad. It still looks blended. It just was kind of, you know, a little bit of a process to get it there. Okay, I think this is looking really pretty. I want to do something fun on the lower lash line. Let's just use as many shades as possible. So let's go into this matte shade here, Sandstone. Excuse me. It's coming off a little bit orange, but it's definitely like a corally kind of color. Let's just buff this along the lower lash line. Ooh, this is a pretty shade. Okay, I buffed that out really low down, especially like out here. I buffed it really low, but I kind of think it's cool. Okay, let's take Nightscape again, deepen up the outer corner of the lower lash line and kind of connect it up to the top here. I'm taking that first brush we were using just to kind of buff that out. Ooh, you can see the duochromeness in these two shades where I swatched it. It looks so cool. I'm also really loving this shade Mineral. This seems like another duochrome. It's definitely got some like light blue or silver reflex, but it's a pinky base. So you can see there it's pink. There it's more like silver. So I really like this shade. I kind of want to take this on the inner part of the lower lash line. So I'm taking this on a flat brush. This shade is so cool. You can definitely see it's both pink and silver, especially in person. I don't know if you can tell on camera so much. I'm going to spray it on my brush now just to kind of hopefully get a little more impact. Yeah, there we go. This is looking so crazy. I never use like this many shades. I never go this dark. I never do glitter on the lower lash line, but you know, I feel like I need to stop like giving the disclaimer of I'm just playing around, but I really am. I'm just playing around, okay, gosh. Okay, go back in with that transition shade that we were using on the lower lash line to sort of kind of blend all that together. This is so cool. I love all the different like layers and dimension going on this look right now. I think it's so pretty. We used quite a bit of the eyeshadow shades. Let's dip into some of these highlight shades. They look like I said very glittery and they might be a little deep for my skin tone to like actually highlight, but we could pop some on the inner corner and I'll at least swatch them so you can see the shades. I like that Mirage is the biggest because I definitely feel like that would be the only one that I would really be able to wear. So I'm gonna swatch this one first. Definitely feel a little bit chunky. Okay, yeah, that's deep for me. You can see because it gets very reflective right there and very bright, but then if you turn, it's very kind of golden. So if I put that on my skin, it will look crazy. And it's pretty, but it's more of an eyeshadow shade to me, I think, than then a highlight. Let's take these two top ones. Ooh. Again, not like chunky in a bad way, but they definitely have little chunks in them. Can you see that? That's just because the product is a little bit like softly pressed, so it's picking up a lot of that color. Ooh, these are really cool. Okay, so there's that one. This is a little bit more of a pinky one. This is Serenity. You can definitely see the pink in it a little bit. This one right here is Bliss. I would never put that on my face, but maybe we'll do that on the inner corner because that one's really cool. Okay, and then these two, if you have deeper skin tones, might work better. These are definitely shades that would have to be used as eyeshadow for me, but they are very, very pretty. Yeah, I don't see how this would ever be somebody's highlight shade. It's just too like copper or red, even orange. I don't know. That one maybe. These seem better as eyeshadows to me, which is totally fine. The more eyeshadows, the better. So I'm not going to use that as a highlight on my face, but let's try this yellow one on the inner corner. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Wow. These are really, really bright and really glittery. Okay, I think that mascara really helped this look. I layered on like 2 to 3 coats of mascara. It was the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I love it. I love it. This is obviously a very crazy look, but I'm glad we got to try out a majority of the shades. We tried out all the matte shades, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 shimmers, I think. So yes, very over the top, very crazy. I probably wouldn't wear this like out unless I was going somewhere very particular, like a concert or something crazy. But what do you think? I love these shades. I love the variety. I love how wearable yet unique everything is in here. So I am very happy with this. I love the size and shape of this palette. This is something like I could still take traveling even though it is a little bit big. It's a little bulky, but not very big at all. I still feel like it's very sleek. It has a nice mirror in it. And then I think that the setup is really great. I love that these two shades, like I said already, are a little bit bigger in their pan size because you'll run out of those a lot faster than anything else in here. I do stand by what I said about these highlighters. I would not use these on the face. I'm not saying you cannot do it. But I feel like they're a little glittery and the colors are a little off, especially for my fair skin. So if you're fair skinned, these probably won't be like the best highlighters for you, for your face, but they are really still very glittery, pigmented, and some of them are a little duochrome, so they'd still be really pretty on the eyes. I love this yellow one on the inner corner. It gives it something a little bit more kind of unique than just your average inner corner highlight. So very beautiful overall. I'm excited to keep playing with this. I'm actually going out of town in 2 days from now, just like overnight for a quick little training, and I think I'm gonna take this with me already, and this is brand new, so I'm really excited about this. Thanks again to whoever recommended this to me. I'm so sorry I can't remember, and I haven't looked through all the comments to figure out who it was. I love it, and I totally recommend. I don't know if I said this already, it's $24. I think a very good deal. I love the quality. The shadows blend together very well. The mattes are very pigmented, but still like buildable so that you don't have too much pigment all at once to where you can't really like blend it out easily. I would say they blend together very seamlessly as well. And the shimmers are very, very pigmented. Again, I would say you should definitely do your face makeup first because I still have some glitter underneath of my eyes, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's shades from this palette you want me to use specifically, or if there's any other palettes at all you want me to test out. I think it's so fun to try out new makeup, especially when it's affordable. Brand like BH, so good. They do such a good job for such a good price. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.